So hello guys, today we will start the basic of principles of agriculture. In this part, we will see the basic things that we should know to learn agriculture properly. There are many parts of agriculture, many branches, and many important terms that are related for agronomy course. So mainly just the introduction part of the agriculture is done in this lecture. So first of all, agriculture. The word agriculture that is originated from two Latin words that are agar, meaning field or land, and another one is cultura, that means cultivation. So both the words, if we combine them, then the total agriculture word means field or land cultivation. So there are many important things like sunlight, farm machineries like tractors, the plant that we are mainly cultivating, used known as crop, also the farmers and other workers, and the water. The definition of agriculture, mainly it is defined as the science of producing crops and livestock from the natural resources of the earth. The natural resources of earth means the soil, the rainfalls, mainly the water, the sunlight, everything. So what is crops? Crops that are cultivated plant. Mainly these are not like weeds. We just cultivate this type of plants for their products. Mainly we produce it in large scale to sell it on market, mainly commercially. Businesses are there. So these are especially the cereals, mainly the rice, wheat, the fruits, apple or bananas, and we have vegetables like potato, tomato, and many other things. So all that plants that are cultivated, they are known as crops. After that, we have the cereals. Cereals is any grass cultivated for its edible components, mainly the grain, and that is composed of three things that are endosperm, germ, and bran. So if we see the structure of the rice grain, then there are mainly four things. That is hulls, that is present on the outside layer of the rice grain, and then in the inner side we have three things. That is pericarp. This portion is known as pericarp. Then in this portion we have also tegmen, and in the inner layer we have alluvium layer. So these three layers combine together and make bran. And after that, in the inside area, most inside area, we have the starchy endosperm. Mainly it consists starch that are carbohydrates, and mainly by that portion the plants can sprout. So we have germ. Germ is the embryo which has potential to sprout into a new plant. It contains many B vitamins, some proteins, minerals, and healthy fats. So if we see that this rice grain has mainly four things. Mainly it is not a rice grain, this is a paddy particle. In that paddy particle we have rice husk. That rice husk has a yellow rough coating on the outside. Then we have the rice bran, that is color is brown, and it contains pericarp and alluvium layer. And we have white rice inside the rice bran, and it also consists rice germ. Mainly the rice with rice bran are known as brown rice, and if we remove the rice bran, then it will be called as white rice. After that we have the some important crops, and there are just photos. Mainly wheat is considered as king of the cereal crops. Then we have maize or corn. They are known as queen of cereal crops. We also call this as bhutta. Then we have sorghum, that is the king of coarse cereal. It is also known as jowar. See the picture. And we have par millet. That is bajra. And if you see these two, sorghum and bajra, they look almost similar. but it is most of all yellow and yellow in color, and they are small structure. And here we see that there are long grainy structure. After that we have some vegetables. Mainly this is known as cabbage. This is cauliflower. Then we have nolkhol and broccoli. We have potato. They are many color according to their pigments. And we have pumpkin. This is a vegetable, and also this is also a vegetable. Mainly this is part of horticulture. Then we have beet, carrot. We have ridge gourd and snake gourd. Then we have in livestock part, mainly animal husbandries are there. In this part we will see different types of animals. This is pig, this is the cattle, the hen or chicken. We have sheep and goat. We also rear these animals too for their wool, and we have also the goat for their milk and the meat. Then we have the branches of agriculture. There are several branches of agriculture: agronomy, horticulture, animal husbandry, soil science and agriculture chemistry, genetics and plant breeding, agriculture entomology, plant pathology, agriculture engineering, agriculture statistics, agriculture economics, and agriculture extension. So what is agronomy? Agronomy, it is the branch of agriculture where we deal with the production of various crops. Mainly they could be food crops or cereals like rice, wheat, fodder crops like maize and sorghum. We have fiber crops like cotton and jute, sugar like sugar beets and sugar cane. Oil seeds are also there. Mainly the groundnut is there. Then we have the fiber crops. This is the some just pictures. This is the jute and this is the cotton. We have sugar cane and sugar beet, mainly the sugar crops. Oil seed crops, this is mustard, and we have groundnut. We have the sunflower, mainly the sunflower oil is created from these plants. Then we have the horticulture part. Horticulture, it is the branch of agriculture where we deal with the production of vegetables, fruits, flowers, ornamental plants, mainly spices, condiments. Spices are the plant that are used for the flavoring, coloring and preserving of food during the preparation of food. There are many spices and also there are many condiments. Mainly they are added to food immediately before consumption. Mainly spices like turmeric, ginger, condiments like cardamom, and we have also the beverages, mainly the drinks. This is the black pepper. Then we have clove. Then we have turmeric, cardamom. Now in animal husbandry part, we mainly deals with the agriculture practice of breeding and raising of livestock in order to provide food for humans and provide power. Mainly we use this type of cows and bullocks, mainly bullocks, for farm for using the farm implements like indigenous plow. And we also use the manure, mainly the farmyard manure, mainly the gobar and the urine that are collected from any farm where the cattle are reared. So we can use that thing as manure for crops. After that we have the soil science. Soil science, it is the science where we deal with soil formation, mainly how it is formed by weathering process. There are also different soil creating processes. Then we have the physical and chemical properties, how the texture is there, what is the structure of the soil. Then we have chemical properties, how much nutrient is present in that soil or organic matter, and also the factor affecting soil fertility. We'll know all of these things. This is a photo. This is the topsoil. Mainly we cultivate the plants here. Then we have the subsoil, the layer between the topsoil and parent rock, and in the lowermost area we have the bedrock. Then we have agriculture chemistry. It is also known as crop physiology. It deals with both chemistry and biochemistry, which are important in agriculture production, mainly the processing of raw products into food and beverages. Mainly we get to know how protein is created, how the carbohydrate is present, how nucleic acids are very important component, how photosynthesis work, how the total respiration works. These all things are related with agriculture chemistry. Then we have genetics and plant breeding. Mainly this part deals with how we can practice mainly the breeding of plants in order to get good variety. If we don't have any good variety that can tolerate the biotic stress, mainly the pest attack, disease attack, and abiotic stress like the soil air contamination with something, or maybe soil water is lower down in some areas. Also, the rainfall doesn't occur in some areas for months. So that abiotic stress are created. So how they can tolerate that stresses and to provide a good yield. So these all things will be practiced in the science or the branch of agriculture that is known as genetics and plant breeding. After that, we have the agriculture entomology. Here we just know the pest. What are the different pests that are present in field crops, fruits and vegetables, and how their behavior is, how they are infested in many plants, and how we can manage them by different pesticides. Then we have plant pathology. Plant pathology mainly deals with the diseases in plants by pathogen. Mainly the infectious organism. That could be fungi, they could be bacteria, mycoplasma. There are many things. Also there are nematodes and environmental conditions that are occurring when the disease is spreading. So we will see all that things in plant pathology. This is the rice disease, brown spot of rice, and this is also a rice disease. This is known as false smut of rice. Then we have agriculture engineering. In the agriculture engineering part, we will deal with the farm machineries for field preparation, mainly for preparing or cultivation of any plant or crops. We first have to prepare the land. So for that we need machineries or cows or bullocks to make the soil friable. So we need many machineries. So we get that help from agriculture engineering. Also the intercultivation is there, how we can cultivate many crops in some areas, and how we can harvest the crops, and after that the post harvest processing, mainly how we can conserve the grains that are produced, mainly their storage and their transportation from one place to another. All these things are done in agriculture engineering. Also we include the soil and water conservation, mainly how the soil can be conserved and can be protected from the soil erosion. These things are mainly dealt by agriculture engineering. Also the process of bioenergy to create a sustainable agriculture, we need this type of science. After that we have agriculture statistics, that mainly related with the collection and processing analysis of statistical data. What are the current status, what will be next development of agriculture, what will be the production plans. So all these things are just described or studied in agriculture statistics. After that we have agriculture economics, that mainly deals with the distribution, management and productivity of land economically. How we can use the land as the economic factor. That is, land is a very important economic input. So that deals with that thing. Also what are the different plans for loan plans for farmers, what are the different managements that can sustain the agriculture properly. All these things will be discussed in agriculture economics. After that we have extension. This is mainly the scientific research and the knowledge to agriculture practices through farmers education. Mainly if any scientist create a good variety, we have to transfer it to the farmers. So to do that we need agriculture extension. They will help us to connect the scientist and the farmer by some middlemans. There are extension officers. They will just transfer the knowledge, and practices knowledge, the research things all will be transferred to the farmer, and that will help in the farmer's education and to create the new era where we can use all the necessary important things that are given by agriculture. After that, some books are for agronomy, mainly the Principles of Agronomy by Reddy is a very important book. You can buy that thing. And Principles of Agronomy by S.R. Reddy.